The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And he's able to get it across the 20. To the 25-yard line. Fields on first down. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was Washington winning on the road, so they're looking to finish off the sweep here at FedEx Field. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Now Fields. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Oh, look at the juke. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
From the 30 on second down, Fields. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Here's Fields. He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Gibson is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
It looks like they quit hitting the snooze button on their alarm there. Finally a sign of life from this defense. They've been fairly passive on this opening drive. Now able to stand up on 1st and goal, and they sent that play backwards.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Oh, he sheds himself free. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
That type of run right there, that just fires me up when I watch it because that's maybe the most underrated aspect of his game. The ability to break tackles and know where the first down chains are and pick them up.
He's tough, good pedigree. Dad Stacy was a linebacker at Missouri.
Yeah, and how about Mom on the track team? So I think that's where the speed came from. And she's not shy about letting us know that, too.
Yeah, I got the best of both worlds. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A big pickup there on the run.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the counter, Elliott. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Gonzalez's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now it's Fields. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing, Prescott. They'll find Everett there, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. They'll throw again. Prescott. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A quick throw here out to Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A handoff for Gibson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. That catch good for only a couple. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Fields. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Fields now to throw. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Justin Fields taking it in from 4 yards out. And Washington has retaken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. A quick throw out wide to Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. The shotgun, a give to Elliott. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
But that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Second down and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Man, let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
On first down, it's Elliott. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Gonzalez's kick is good. So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
71 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Carry now for Elliott. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. It's Elliott. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Going deep downfield for Ross. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. It's complete. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Fields. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Fields. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're going louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on it. You hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. A shotgun snap, Fields. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They are making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go to Elliott again. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Prescott to throw it. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. The give is to Elliott, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Third down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 11 now. Fields. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
From the 44, Fields.
He'll find Gibson here, complete.
Room here to run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gibson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the 1st half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the 2nd half. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
Juju Smith-Schuster,
his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And Washington has once again taken the lead.
Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that. Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And you just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2, try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. His career rushing numbers just continue to rise with that last carry. He surpasses 12,280 yards and also surpasses Marshall Faulk. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 111 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Off the play fake, Prescott. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Elliott running left. Elliott a 1st down and more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there out of the running game.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose lose yardage back to the 29. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Here's Dak.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Complete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here's Prescott.
This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. Second and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Elliott. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Elliott, and he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown, and now a 2-point conversion, and we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early.
Well, that certainly comes under the heading of critical mistake, doesn't it, partner? You can't have that. You've got a chance to tie the ball game from the 2-yard line. Now you've got to go back to the 7-yard line and take the same chance.
The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game.
Prescott.
It's incomplete. They got the touchdown, could not, however, get the two-point conversion to cap it, and they're still down by a pair.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
2nd and 16.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
So a victory here for the Washington football team.
And they've got to feel good about